Sorry about that, everybody. We're back. We'll just wait for everybody to join us. Wait for everybody to come back and we will carry on. Sorry, everybody, that went off then. It was my fault. I was trying to get rid of the chat because I was getting abused. So I pressed the wrong button. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but we will wait for everybody to come back and we will carry on. And I can't see your comments now, so that's fine. So we'll just wait for everybody to come back. We've got 2,000 with us so far. Okay, we will carry on. So sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we got to number 9, which was who did Stacey ask to walk her down the aisle at the wedding? Number 10 is how old was Stacey when the series started? How old was Stacey when the series started? Okay, so that's round 3, Stacey. If you missed any questions, guys, I'm really sorry. It was my fault that it went off. It wasn't YouTube this time. I pressed a button that I shouldn't have pressed and it went. I was trying to get rid of the comments because people were saying things I didn't want to see. But now the comments have gone, so nobody can see the answers that people keep putting. I won't put the comments on going forward, so I just have to guess when you're ready. But I have an idea, so we should be okay. So people are still joining us again. So guys, again, if I'm sorry if you've missed anything, if you've missed any questions, we were at the end. So if there's anything you missed, the questions are on the Facebook event. So head over to the Facebook event, and the video will be on YouTube afterwards. It will be saved. Okay, so let's go through the answers to Stacey, and we will carry on as normal. So number 1, the name of Stacey's first fiance was Howell. It was Howell. The sporting equipment that Stacey gives to Nessa for Christmas, it was goalkeeper gloves. Goalkeeper gloves. The number of pregnancy tests that Stacey takes to be sure she is pregnant is 34. That's a lot of tests. I took 2. Stacey took 34. The company that Stacey works for when we first meet her is Bedmore's Electronics. Bedmore's Electronics. Number 5, what was Stacey's maiden name? It was West. Stacey West. Number 6, when Stacey stayed over at Gavin's for the first time, what did she come down to breakfast wearing? It was sunglasses because she had a spot. Up to you guys, but I would do a point per answer on that one. But you can do half a point. It's up to you. Number 7, where did Stacey work on Barry Island? It's Marco's. If you've been to Barry Island, you will have seen it. It's Marco's. Number 8, Stacey's late father used to make the family eat pork chops on Christmas Day instead of turkey. It was pork chops. Number 9, who did Stacey ask to walk her down the aisle? It was Uncle Bryn. And how old was Stacey when the series started? She was 26. She was 26. Okay, guys. Again, I'm sorry that it went off. We are back. We won't go again. So most of you are back, so I apologise. But as I said, the video will be saved. You only missed one question at most. And the questions are on the Facebook event. So let's carry on. Round 4 is all about Smithy. Number 1. Which footballer did Smithy repeatedly ask about during the pub quiz? Which footballer did Smithy repeatedly ask about during the pub quiz? I think somebody earlier did actually give that answer on the chat. Number 2. How much was the toll when Smithy broke into Wales? How much was the toll when Smithy broke into Wales? He was short. How much was it? Not how much was he short, how much was it in total? Number 3. Nice easy one for you. What football team does Smithy support? What football team does Smithy support? Number 4. How many poppadoms did Smithy order in his infamous Indian takeaway order? How many poppadoms did Smithy order in his infamous Indian takeaway order? And in relation to that, number 5, 1 point per answer I would do if I was you. Can you name the 3 varieties of boona that were ordered in that Indian takeaway? Can you name the 3 varieties of boona that were ordered? 1 point per answer. Number 6. Where did Smithy go when he discovered Nessa was pregnant? Where did Smithy go when he discovered Nessa was pregnant? Sorry, I keep moving the camera, guys. I've just remembered, I've just put some photographs up behind here of my little boy, so I'm trying not to get him in the camera. Okay, number 7. Who does Smithy pretend to be on Gavin's stag night? Who does Smithy pretend to be on Gavin's stag night? The next one is a 50-50 chance. You can guess it. It's 50-50. When Smithy walks into the church to stop Nessa from marrying Dave, is he holding Neil the baby in his left or right arm? When Smithy walks into the church to stop Nessa from marrying Dave, is he holding Neil the baby in his left or right arm? 50-50 chance. Have a guess. Again, number 9, I would mark it 1 point per answer, but you can do half a point per answer. It's entirely up to you guys, but I would do 1 point per. So, what are the 4 types of jobs listed on the side and rear windows of Smithy's car when he says, if your husband won't do it, I will? What are the 4 job types listed on the side and rear windows of Smithy's car when he says, if your husband won't do it, I will? I'll give you a couple of minutes to think of that one because there's 4 answers. think you'll probably get 3. The fourth one's quite hard. I didn't know the fourth one. Okay, and finally, number 10. In what year did Smithy appear in a sport relief sketch about coaching the England football team? Again, number 10. In what year did Smithy appear in a sport relief sketch about coaching the England football team? I'll give you a couple of minutes and we'll go through the answers. Just while you get the final answers, guys, just a quick one. I've been noticing on the Facebook event pages of all my quizzes that people keep putting links to watch the quiz on. They're random people that I don't know. I am blocking them, but don't press the link. I don't know what they are, but it's not me. Only ever follow the links that I put on through the adventures page, because I don't know what that will lead you to. As I say, I am noticing and I am blocking them and deleting them, but I'm obviously only doing it as quick as I can. So if you notice them, if somebody's putting a link to a YouTube or any link to my live streams, ignore them. It's not true. So don't click on them. Only ever click on anything that Adventures put up, just to make you aware. Okay, so the answers to round 4. Which footballer did Smithy repeatedly ask about during his pub quiz? It was Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker. Number 2. How much was the toll when Smithy broke into Wales? It was £5.10. And he was 10 pence short. It's £5.10. The football team that Smithy supports is West Ham, which my friend made the suggestion tonight. I could have worn a West Ham shirt tonight, but being a West Brom supporter, I couldn't do it. So the football team that Smithy supports is West Ham. The number of poppadoms that Smithy orders is 9. It's 9 poppadoms. Now, I am quite partial to a poppadom, so I could do 9 as well. The 3 varieties of boona that were ordered, 1 point per answer if you want. It's chicken, lamb, and prawn. Chicken, lamb, and prawn. Number 6, the place that Smithy went when he discovered that Nessa was pregnant was the driving range. It was the driving range. Number 7, who does Smithy pretend to be on Gavin's stag night? It was the fat one from G4. Gavin's stag night, Smithy pretended to be the fat one from G4. Okay, 50-50 chance on this one, guys. When Smithy walks into the church to stop Nessa from marrying Dave, he is holding Neil the baby in his right arm. In his right arm. I hope that comes up as a right for you. That is my right. Right arm. Okay, again, 1 point per answer if you want to. The 4 job types that are listed on Smithy's car. It's tiling, roofing, plastering, and feng shui. Tiling, roofing, plastering, and feng shui. I didn't know feng shui either. And the final one, number 10. In what year did Smithy appear in a sport relief sketch about coaching the football team? It was 2010. 10 years ago. 2010. Where the time goes, I don't know, but it was 2010. Okay, round number 5. We are now over halfway through. Round number 5 is all about Nessa. So, number 1, quite a hard one. What is the name of Nessa's old stepdaughter? What is the name of Nessa's old stepdaughter? Number 2. What is Nessa's code name on the airways? What is Nessa's code name on the airways? It's quite lonely without the comments. It's just me. Number 3. What does Nessa give Gwen as a late birthday present? What does Nessa give to Gwen as a late birthday present? Number 4. What is Nessa's middle name? What is Nessa's middle name? Number 5. What handle does Nessa give to Bryn over the radio? What handle does Nessa give to Bryn over the radio? I am getting your comments and messages, guys, through to my page. I will respond after the quiz, so thank you very much. Number 6. How early does Nessa go into labour? How early does Nessa go into labour? Number 7. Another multiple choice one for you. What book does Nessa read to Neil the baby? Is it Russell Brand, My Bookie Wook, or Dan Brown, The Da Vinci Code? What book does Nessa read to Neil the baby? Is it Russell Brand, My Bookie Wook, or Dan Brown, The Da Vinci Code? Which one is it? Number 8. Which football club did Nessa used to coach at? Which football club did Nessa used to coach at? Now, if you can tell by my accent, it's not too far from me. But I was on Radio 1 yesterday and they said I was from Bradford. So if you can tell where my accent is, that's a slight clue. Okay, number 9. Don't judge me on my impression here. Just bear with me. Finish this saying. Oh, Stace, don't get me wrong, but to be honest, at the end of the day, finish the sentence. Oh, Stace, don't get me wrong, but to be honest, at the end of the day, finish Nessa's saying. I'm getting some really lovely messages through, guys, and it's really putting a smile on my face, so thank you. I will reply. I promise to reply once I've finished the quiz. And finally, number 10. What politician attends Nessa and Dave's wedding? What politician attends Nessa and Dave's wedding? I'll give you a clue. Nessa used to date him. I'll give you a couple of minutes and we will go through the answers. Not that I know when you're ready, because I've had to turn the comments off. put a bit of music on because I'm on my own. Oh no. Okay, guys, the answers to round 5. Number 1, the name of Nessa's old stepdaughter is Colette. I didn't know that. So I think that was a quite hard one. Number 2, Nessa's code name on the airways is Robert Mugabe. Or Mugabe, however you say it. Number 3, what does Nessa give to Gwen as a late birthday present? It's the £5 that she already owes her. It's the £5 that she already owes her. What a present. What is Nessa's middle name? It's Shanessa. Nessa Shanessa Jenkins. Shanessa. I was going to give you a clue to say it rhymed, but I thought you might get it anyway. Number 5, what handle does Nessa give to Bryn over the radio? It's Dame Judi Dench. Dame Judi Dench. Number 6, how early does Nessa go into labour? It was a month. It was 1 month. That's a long time. The book that Nessa reads to Neil the baby, it's Russell Brand, My Bookie Wook. It was Russell Brand, My Bookie Wook. You had a 50-50 chance there. The football club that Nessa used to coach at, the clue was it's not far away from where I'm from. If you know where my accent is from, it's just outside Birmingham. And the football club is Coventry City. Coventry City. Since I said thank you for the messages, my phone has not stopped, so I'm sorry if it's vibrating, but I'm getting some lovely messages through. Finish this saying. Bear with me again. Oh, Stace, don't get me wrong, but to be honest, at the end of the day, when all's said and done. That's the last bit. When all's said and done. And finally, number 10. What politician attends Nessa and Dave's wedding? It's John Prescott. John Prescott is the politician that attends Nessa and Dave's wedding. Okay, so that is the end of the rounds on the characters. Okay, so now it's family and friends. So it's still on the characters, but not on the main characters. So it's all about their family and friends. So, number 1. How many friends does Bryn have on MySpace? Number 1, how many friends did Bryn have on MySpace? MySpace. That was a long time ago. How many friends did he have on MySpace? Number 2. Now, somebody gave this answer away at the very start of the comments earlier, if anybody saw. But what does Bryn translate to? What does Bryn translate to? Number 3. What is Neil the baby's actual full name? What is Neil the baby's actual full name? 4. Stacey's mother, Gwen, is a widow. But what was her husband's name? Stacey's mother, Gwen, is a widow. But what was her husband's name? Number 5. What is Smithy's sister's real name? What is Smithy's sister's real name? Number 6. What do Pamela and Dawn call their overweight friend Susan behind her back? What do Pamela and Dawn call their overweight friend Susan behind her back? Number 7. Jason, Stacey's brother, lives in which country? So Jason, Stacey's brother, lives in which country? It's a bit boring, isn't it, just me? Without that turkey hat on and the glasses. I'll try and dress up next week for Harry Potter. I'll see what I can do. I like dressing up. Okay, number 8. What does Mick find at work that he ends up on the news talking about? What does Mick find at work that he ends up on the news talking about? That infamous, really famous clip that was seconds long, bless him. What does he find at work? Number 9. What did Pam pretend to be to impress Stacey's family? I watched this episode the other day. What did Pam pretend she was to impress Stacey's family? And finally, number 10. When Uncle Bryn was so excited about the wedding fair, what time did he not get to sleep until? When Uncle Bryn was so excited about the wedding fair, what time did he not get to sleep until? I'll give you a couple of minutes and I'll give out the answer. Okay, guys. Number 1, the answers. Number 1, how many friends did Bryn have on MySpace? It was 17. 17. Felt like I was doing the bingo then. What does Bryn translate to? It's hill. Bryn translates to hill. Number 3, Neil the baby's actual full name is Neil Noel Edmund Smith. Neil Noel Edmund Smith. Number 4, Stacey's mother Gwen is a widow, but her husband's name was Trevor. Gwen's husband's name was Trevor. Number 5, Smithy's sister's real name is Ruth. Smithy's sister's real name is Ruth. Pamela and Dawn call their overweight friend Susan Big Fat Sue. So Pamela and Dawn call their overweight friend Susan Big Fat Sue. Jason, Stacey's brother, lives in which country? It's Spain. He lives in Spain. Okay, number 8. What does Mick find at work that he ends up on the news talking about? It's a body. Mick finds a body at work. Pam pretends to be a vegetarian to impress Stacey's family. So number 9 is Pam pretends to be a vegetarian. And number 10, when Uncle Bryn was so excited about the wedding fair, he couldn't get to sleep until 10:30 p.m. 10:30. I'll be in bed long before that tonight. Okay, number 7, round 7. This one is all about the Christmas specials. So it's about the Christmas special that was in 2008 and the Christmas special of last year. So there are 5 questions per Christmas special. Okay, number 1. Who is Dave dressed up as at the beginning of the 2008 Christmas special? Again, who is Dave dressed up as at the beginning of the 2008 Christmas special? Number 2. What does Smithy buy Neil for Christmas? What does Smithy buy Neil for Christmas? Number 3. What do Nessa, Dave and Neil give to people for Christmas in 2008? Number 3. What do Nessa, Dave and Neil give to people for Christmas 2008? Number 4. Mick normally cooks Jamie Oliver recipes, but whose recipe did he use for the turkey on Christmas Day 2008? Again, Mick normally cooks Jamie Oliver recipes, but whose recipe did he use for the turkey on Christmas Day 2008? And number 5. What song do the family sing on the way to Essex on Christmas Day 2008? What song do the family sing on the way to Essex on Christmas Day 2008? Okay, so the second half, guys, is all about the Christmas Day special last year. So, number 6. How many people is Uncle Bryn cooking for on Christmas Day 2019? How many people is Uncle Bryn cooking for on Christmas Day 2019? Number 7. Again, there's 3 answers to this question, so I would personally do a point per answer. What are Gavin and Stacey's 3 children called? So we met Gavin and Stacey's 3 children in the Christmas special 2019, but what were their names? Number 8. What is the name of Smithy's girlfriend in the second Christmas special of 2019? So the Christmas special of 2019, what is Smithy's girlfriend's name? Number 9. Gavin wanted to get kitchen cupboards for Christmas, but where did Stacey want to take the children instead? Number 9. Gavin wanted to get kitchen cupboards for Christmas, but where did Stacey want to take the children instead? And number 10. What did Mick and Pam forget to bring to Uncle Bryn's on Christmas Eve? Number 10. What did Mick and Pam forget to bring to Uncle Bryn's on Christmas Eve? And what did they therefore subsequently end up with loads of? I'll give you a couple of minutes and we'll do the answers. Okay, guys, the answers to round 7. Number 1, who is Dave dressed up as at the beginning of the 2008 Christmas special? It was Rudolph. Dave was dressed up as Rudolph. Number 2, what does Smithy buy Neil for Christmas? It was a football shirt. It was a football shirt. Number 3, what did Nessa, Dave and Neil give to people for Christmas 2008? It was a celebration chocolate. I would have personally been thrilled with that, unless I got the bounty. Gwen got the bounty. Number 4, Mick normally cooks Jamie Oliver recipes, but whose recipe did he use for the turkey on Christmas Day 2008? It was Nigella Lawson. Nigella Lawson. Number 5, what song do the family sing on the way to Essex on Christmas Day 2008? It's Driving Home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas. It's really weird talking about Christmas when it's been 23 degrees today. But driving home for Christmas. Number 6. How many people is Uncle Bryn cooking for on Christmas Day 2019? It's 13. 13 people. And number 7, what are Gavin and Stacey's 3 children called? Point per answer. It's Caitlin, Megan and Harry. Caitlin, Megan and Harry. Number 8, what is the name of Smithy's girlfriend in the 2019 Christmas special? It's Sonia. She stays at the house for all of 5 minutes and wants to go home, but her name is Sonia. Number 9, Gavin wanted to get kitchen cupboards, but Stacey wanted to take the children to Disneyland Paris. Stacey wanted to take the children to Disneyland Paris, and I can't say I blame her. Fingers crossed if this coronavirus disappears, that's where I'll be going this Christmas. Number 10, what did Mick and Pam forget to bring to Uncle Bryn's on Christmas Eve? It was Christmas puddings. They left them on the draining board. It was Christmas puddings. And they subsequently got loads and left them at the pub. Okay, finally, round 8. Round 8. So this is again, the first round, it's just general knowledge of Gavin and Stacey. So it could be absolutely anything. So, to finish off, I hope you guys are enjoying it and doing well. Number 1. Where did Gavin and Stacey go on their honeymoon? Where did Gavin and Stacey go on their honeymoon? Number 2. Which Take That song was playing for Gavin and Stacey's first dance? Number 2 is which Take That song was playing for Gavin and Stacey's first dance? And number 3, including the 2 Christmas specials, how many episodes were there of Gavin and Stacey? Including the 2 Christmas specials, how many episodes were there of Gavin and Stacey? Number 4. What buffet item does Doris fail to make for Neil's christening? Number 4. What buffet item does Doris fail to make for Neil's christening? Number 5. Why did Lucy, who was Smithy's girlfriend, miss Gavin and Stacey's wedding? Why did Lucy, Smithy's girlfriend, miss Gavin and Stacey's wedding? Number 6. One of Gavin and Smithy's friends is nicknamed after a body part. What's his name? One of Gavin and Smithy's friends is nicknamed after a body part. What is his name? Number 7. This is similar to the question in the first round, but it's the opposite. So, in what month and year was the last episode of Gavin and Stacey aired? Not the first, but the last. What month and year was the last episode of Gavin and Stacey aired? And again, there is a bonus point if you can get the exact date. Number 8. This episode was on just the other day. I watched it. Bryn organises a line dancing party for Gwen. What song do him and Nessa sing at the party? Bryn organises a line dancing party for Gwen. What song do him and Nessa sing at the party? Number 9. What are the names of Pam and Mick's friends who have a rocky marriage? What are the names of Pam and Mick's friends who have a rocky marriage? And finally, the last question of the round of the quiz for this evening. What 3 words does Uncle Bryn use to remember www. What 3 words did Uncle Bryn use to remember www. I'll give you a couple of minutes and we will go through the answers to the final round. Okay, guys, the answers to the final round of the Gavin and Stacey quiz are: number 1, where did Gavin and Stacey go on their honeymoon? It was Greece. They brought back a t-shirt for Bryn. Where did Gavin and Stacey go on their honeymoon? It was Greece. Number 2, which take that song was played at Gavin and Stacey's wedding for their first dance? It was A Million Love Songs. Number 3, including the 2 Christmas specials, how many episodes were there of Gavin and Stacey? It was 21. 21. Number 4, what buffet item does Doris fail to make for Neil's christening? It's the salad. Every buffet needs a salad. Nobody eats it, but it needs it. She forgot the salad. Number 5, why did Lucy, Smithy's girlfriend, miss Gavin and Stacey's wedding? She had a netball tournament. Now, it's up to you how you mark it. If you've put netball, half a point or a point. It's entirely up to you guys. But the actual reason was a netball tournament. Number 6, one of Gavin and Smithy's friends is nicknamed after a body part. What's his name? It's Fingers. Fingers. And number 7, in what month and year was the last episode of Gavin and Stacey aired? It was January 2010. Again, 10 years ago. But there's a bonus point for the exact date, and it was the 1st of January 2010. Number 8, Bryn organises a line dancing party for Gwen. Him and Nessa sing Islands in the Stream. Islands in the Stream. Number 9, what are the names of Pam and Mick's friends who have a rocky marriage? It's Pete and Dawn. Pete and Dawn. It's up to you guys how you mark that. Half a point per one or 1 point each. It's entirely up to you. And what 3 words did Uncle Bryn use to remember www. It was whiskey with water. Whiskey with water. Okay, guys. So that is the end of the Gavin and Stacey quiz. However, as my other quizzes, if you've got a draw within your household or within your family, I do have a tiebreaker question. And again, after the quiz, I will post the answer on my Facebook event page. So the tiebreaker question is, how many minutes would it take to watch every episode of Gavin and Stacey? How many minutes would it take to watch every episode of Gavin and Stacey? Whoever gets closest to that has won. So I will, after this quiz has finished, go onto the event page on Facebook, and I will put that question again with the answer down there for you so that you can decide in your household who has won. I just want to thank everybody for joining us again. I'm sorry that I haven't been as cheerful as previous weeks, but, you know, I'm trying to do something good for the NHS, and, you know, it's quite difficult when I get abused on the comments and things. So, but other than that, we've had a good time. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Just to finish on a very positive note, we have currently raised £115,652 for the NHS, which is incredible. I didn't have a fundraising target in mind at all when we started. I thought we'd just get a couple of £1,000. When we made 94,000 after the first quiz, I put the target of £100,000. We're now at 115, almost £116,000, which is incredible, guys. So thank you very much for your donations and your help. It's greatly appreciated. And that's all for tonight. So I hope you enjoyed it. As the comments are off, I can't see how you did. So I will now go onto the Facebook event page and I will turn it back on so that you can make some comments yourselves. So go onto there and just let me know how you did. I'm curious how you found that compared to previous weeks. I know that my friend's one was quite tough, but hopefully this one was slightly easier for you. I will hopefully be doing another friends quiz for you all because I know that a lot of people enjoyed that, and I will try and make it easier for you. So all that's left to say, guys, is thank you very much. I was nominated yesterday, selected as the Radio 1 Hero of the Day. And I have been on some more radio stations today. So word is spreading. It is getting recognised what I'm doing, which is fantastic. I'm not there for the recognition, but it is nice to just for people to understand that I am here to entertain you guys. So the more people I can entertain, the better. So thank you very much for joining us again this evening. Next week at 7:30 is Harry Potter. Once Boris Johnson or somebody at Downing Street tells us that if we're locked down for any longer, which I think we will be, as soon as I find out how long it's for, I will schedule some more quizzes for those weeks. But at the moment, we only have Harry Potter next week. So if you like Harry Potter, please join us at 7:30 next week. And thank you ever so much for joining us tonight, and enjoy your Easter weekend as best as you can. Stay indoors, stay safe. Thank you, guys. Take care.